Back again on a Thursday. I know my uploading has been absolutely trash. In the past 9 days, I've uploaded a total of 3 videos, which is atrocious. It's disgusting. I apologize. I shouldn't even be making no more videos. But you come back for the alpha. You come back for the alpha because some of the alpha has been hitting lately. It's been hitting lately and y'all love it so much. So why don't we just get right into this video and let's make it happen. Right, so I'm gonna get this out of the way and let's get it going. So first things first, I want to talk about just 2 projects. I just want to talk about. That's a simple video. It's a short video. I want to talk about PANKS Not Dead Again. I love this project and I think that the opportunity for this thing to come back again is very, 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 very high. It's very high. So not very high. Obviously, don't trust me for anything I say. Nothing I say is financial advice. It is mainly just my opinion, and you should not be listening to it. But you come back for the alpha. Anyways, so let's look at the floor price. We're still kind of sitting at the same thing. I called it as a 0.032, 555 items. Volume has been high, 675 ETH, and blue chip index has gone up since the last time we talked about it. I think it was sitting at like under 14. It's now up to a 14.82. It's gone up by 1%. Nothing crazy. Listings are kind of whatever, and the last 24 hours have been a good amount of sales. So we can look that the listings compared to sales this past hour have been bad, but if we look at the day, it is not the worst. Listings have still been getting killed by these buys. So one thing that makes me continue to be bullish on this project is the fact that Gorilla keeps on talking about it, right? And the main reason I got into this project is I saw Gorilla get talking about it. So he's one guy I've learned to never ever fade. He knows what he's talking about. So let's talk. So a total listings of 1,041. Nothing crazy, but if we do see a lot of it has been with whales from the beginning. These pumps have been coming from whales. Most projects do, and we've slowly slowed down this area. We touched a very bad position. We touched all the way as low as a 0.015 at one point, but then we bounced up, which was very, very good to see. Still a very, very thick wall. Again, very thick wall until we see either like a 0.1, a lot, and even towards a 0.04 to 06 seems to be very, very high, but we did touch a 0.038, was I think the all-time highest we yesterday. I'm on a Giga, I forgot what it's called. What's it called? Gigamart. This is I think Elio trades marketplace. I love to use this for the charts just look nicer, cleaner, and a lot of good analytics on this too. So in the past 7 days, we've had 6,500 sales. The average sale price has been a 0.048, which is still higher than the current floor price, which is cool. And the biggest sale we've seen is 1.25 ETH. Floor price, we all know this stuff. Market cap, whatever. All-time high, all-time low. So let's look at the chart. As we can see, we have a bit of a downtrend going on. As we do see, we've created these lower lows, higher highs. I got in at around this. Was it this area? Was it before? I think it was during the New Year's when I got in. I got in around a 0.032. Yes, so I think I got in around this area right here. Or right here. I got in around here. So what happened was we saw it drop a bit, drop, and we continue to see these lower lows, higher lows, higher lows. We did then touch the bottom over here, which seemed to be this 0.01. We'll say we saw as low as a 0.01, but a 0.015 seems to be what the bottom was. We then spiked up to this 0.03. We touched down again to a 0.022, and we pumped up to all the way up to, we could just say, a 0.045, which is very good, and we're now sitting at this little area right here, which is this 0.035 to this 0.03 area. So we're just continuing to bounce off from this area. Again, it's created these lower highs and these or higher highs and higher lows, which kind of says that we kind of are in this little uptrend for PANKS Not Dead. But all in all, it still has this little downtrend moving average. So I think again we're gonna probably be bouncing up from this 0.03. Maybe as low as these 0.028 areas all the way up to these 0.038 areas until we do see another breakout. And the breakout seems to be right here at this 0.05 is when we could probably see this thing take off, or as low as here at this point. The 0.045 area seems to be where we need to break out to see this thing fly. So I think we'll see the highest is the levels of support seem to be this 0.045 area, and or the resistance and the support seems to be here at this 0.02 area. So we can see where we're going to be bouncing off for a bit until we see this breakout happen, if it does ever happen. Listings have gone down ever since launch, and we can surely see that now it's been, going down lower. Average price has, moved up, but then kind of in the same area, nothing crazy. And if we do see, the floor is kind of thick, kind of, very thick, very thick. We need a lot of movement to get this thing going. That's enough of PANKS Not Dead. I feel like I've gone in depth for this enough already. And if we do look at the other project, 8 Aliens is the one I want to talk about today. And some of you might be surprised, 8 Aliens, this project is dead. Well, not necessarily. I've seen some stuff that got me thinking, can this project come back? Maybe, just maybe. Now, we have seen this project start to return, make a little comeback in the past 7 days. We've seen, it spark up right over here. January 4th, which was yesterday, we saw this thing kind of spark up where we touched over here. We saw some whale buys and we saw this thing start to take off. I saw this thing trending a bit in the FOMO section of NFT track for a couple of days. I said, you know what, maybe it'd be worth getting into or taking a look at. And now we've seen that this thing's blasted up to about a 0.07, or we'll see right now. Floor price up 0.0745 floor price. Now, the blue chip index has kind of fluctuated. It's moved from like this. We'll take a look at that just in a second. But sales and listings is whatever. The thickness is not the best. I mean, not the worst. Again, to get to a 0.02, it's only, let's say what, 120 listings, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. But again, there's always people who can list. And look at the overview, we can see that the floor price has kind of stayed in a steady area for the past day, not really making much movements. And the blue chip index has always been kind of high for this project, but it did really start to take a turn when it touched this point, 30% again, and we can see it dropped down a bit, but has returned to this 30% blue chip index, which kind of makes me wondering, can we see 8 Aliens return back with such a high blue chip index? Now, why you may be thinking I'm so happy about this blue chip index is because when we see a blue chip index very high, it generally means that a lot of projects, or well, how can I say this? A lot of experienced traders are in this. So we're not going to see any paper handlers who just see no volume and go, oh, I'm gonna drop my floor price down. I'm gonna make it sell for 0.5 because there's no volume, and it just causes chaos. We do look at the 8 Aliens, we can see that it's been on this little uptrend ever since the past 7 days where I said it has begun, and it looks cool, looks good, and that seems to be it. I don't want to go too in deep with this as well. 8 Aliens and PANKS Not Dead seem to be the products of my day or today, and I will bring more products to you tomorrow and Monday. All right. Crypto, same area, just been bouncing about this area I've been talking about. I had this little support and resistance over there. It seems to be bouncing up between. And on OpenSea, wow, $15 million day. Is the bull market back? Is it back? I don't know. I tweeted about it today. I don't think it's going to come back anytime soon. Maybe we'll see a mini bull market when Blur comes up. But if we continue to see a lot of people going, hey, bull market, bull market, bull market, hate to break it to you, but I don't think there's going to be a bull market unless that airdrop hits from Blur. And trending projects, I just want to say something. How many of these projects do you see have I talked about in the past? We've seen Goblin Town. I talked about Goblin Town. I talked about Three Landers. Alien Friends is up 2x since I called it out at a 0.029. I think I called it out, or 0.039. I think it was a 0.039. So we're not at 2x yet, but we're almost there. And Keiju Kings is also up there. Trending. Gonna come out soon when this mini bull market, if it does happen. These will definitely be some good projects. Valhalla back, I talked about it, was at 0.8. Not anything good about Valhalla, to be honest, so I can't even say I called it out. That's pretty much it. That's it. That's all I got for y'all. Big video. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Have a good day, good night, goodbye. God loves you, and so do I.